Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome to Real Talk. This is Dr. Dean talking about today's topic, which is Fast and Furious. Why am I talking about that? Because in my personal life, I have seen 9 people who died, who passed away from racing cars. And this is something that is about the influence of the racing culture. That's the film series Fast and Furious, and lots of YouTubers and shows where people are drifting and racing each other. What happens is people normalize it and they think they can do it on a public road, and sadly a lot of people lost their lives. And this is happening all over the country, to Muslims and people of other faiths and non-faith. The thing is, when we see these films with CGI graphics, they're not real. That's not how cars really work. And so they can do that with a green screen. In reality, it's a different ball game altogether. So this culture, a lot of people are growing up in, where racing is cool, driving like crazy, really, really powerful cars. These are basically death, wishes. When you're racing these cars and you can't handle them, lose control, and then you end up in this situation. So just a few tips here about the driving side. The driving like that, if you get points, you get stopped, you get fined, it's going to affect your insurance policy, your pricing, how much it costs you to drive your car. So financially it doesn't make sense. But in terms of safety wise, driving like a maniac, when you're young, you have that adrenaline, you really want to drive like that, it seems cool, but really it just doesn't make sense. If you want to drive fast, do it in a legal place, do it on a racetrack, find somewhere where you can actually do that legally and safely. But it's not worth the risk. So that's the first thing. The second thing is racing, actually, like physically, guys racing each other. If you ever go on the highway, motorway, you'll see people racing each other and cutting through other cars. Eventually, when I see someone like that cutting through another person like that, I'm thinking eventually you are going to, if you don't stop doing this, you're going to have an accident. And it's only a matter of time. You might save yourself the first time, second time, third time. And that's what's happened with people I know. They were saved a few times and eventually, sadly, they either get seriously injured or they actually have, and not only do they pass away, but sadly they have an accident, and they also in that accident have killed other people, innocent people that were driving their cars, going places, and they crashed into them, and other people have also passed away. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So let's just be real about driving. It's not like the films, it's not like Hollywood, it's not like any of that at all. And let's take back some common sense on how we want to drive. Like I said, if you want to do things like that, find proper avenues to create that space where you can do that. And I know people go abroad, and you can go to Pakistan and places like that and just drive on the roads. There's no laws, but still it's more dangerous there with the road conditions and things like that. So it's more about self-control and not doing everything that we want. There's lots of things we want to do in life. We want to control our desires so we don't end up in situations that we regret or leave our families behind. This sadly has happened, where families are crying and they can't get over their loss, understandably, for years and years to come, just because somebody just wanted to fulfill the desire of driving like a maniac. Really, that's exactly what it is. So let's use some common sense and pray to Allah protect us all from accidents and stupidity. So see you on the next one. Real Talk with Dr. Dean. Assalamu alaikum.